Hello everyone, this is Medical Gateway, and in this part we're going to study regarding vaccination. So what exactly is vaccination? Okay, now, whenever some foreign invader attacks our body, our immune system is activated and our immune system produces a lot of things like B lymphocytes, T lymphocytes, antibodies, activated T lymphocytes against that foreign invader. Now, in order to produce those antibodies or activated lymphocytes, body has to go through that infection, the process of infection or the process of getting sick. Now, this production of these antibodies and cytotoxic T cells is a very good thing for future infections, but we have to go through this process of being sick because of that foreign invader, the bacteria, the viruses. Okay. Now, vaccination is a process in which the body is exposed to the foreign invaders, but not in their fully functional form. The body is basically exposed to dead organisms. The body is exposed to live attenuated organisms or some toxins of the foreign invaders, the bacteria, the viruses. Okay, so the body is exposed to them. But the main point is that the body, these dead organisms, live attenuated organisms or toxins, are unable to produce the disease in the body. But these are able to generate the same immunogenic response which the live organisms or completely active organism or the organism with the full-blown toxins are able to produce. So this is what vaccination is. So in vaccination, the body is injected by half live organisms or dead organisms or just some of the toxins of the foreign invaders, which now these, as they're half dead or attenuated, they're unable to produce the disease. But our immune system just gets activated by them. But they're able to generate the immunogenic response. So this is how we're not having the disease, but the body is able to produce antibodies and cytotoxic and the activated T cells, which will help the body against the future infections. Okay, so this is vaccination. Now, what are the examples of the dead organism type of vaccination and live attenuated vaccination and toxins, vaccination in which toxins are used? So vaccinations having the toxins are for tetanus and botulism. As we know, there are toxins of tetanus and botulism. So tetanus and botulism vaccine is basically of the toxins, made up of their toxins. Then we have live attenuated organisms. The vaccines for the diseases like smallpox, yellow fever, poliomyelitis, measles, and viral diseases are basically live attenuated vaccines, or vaccines made up of the live attenuated organisms. Okay, so smallpox, yellow fever, poliomyelitis, measles, and viral diseases. These are more or less all of them are fever-causing diseases. Okay. Then we have dead organisms. The vaccines which are having dead organisms include the typhoid, whooping cough, diphtheria, and bacterial diseases. So viral diseases are mostly live attenuated vaccines, whereas bacterial diseases have dead organisms vaccines. Okay, so dead organisms vaccine have typhoid, whooping cough, include typhoid, whooping cough, diphtheria, and bacterial diseases. Live attenuated include smallpox, yellow fever, poliomyelitis, measles, viral diseases, whereas the vaccines made up of the toxins are of tetanus and botulism. Okay, so this is a very small lecture regarding the vaccination. So a very limited detail regarding the vaccination is given in Guyton. So this is it. See you in the next part. Okay, just one thing is left. That again, the same thing, the primary immune response and the secondary immune response. So we have discussed this previously in the lecture of immune responses, is that first dose of the vaccination acts as primary immune response, whereas the second dose of the vaccination acts as secondary immune response. Okay, so primary immune response, I have given in the lecture, I have stated that the B cells will take time in maturation finally into the plasma cells, which will then produce antibodies, and this whole process will take some time. But this first exposure will result in the generation of the memory cells. Now, when the second exposure to that foreign invader, or the second dose of the vaccination, there are also memory cells. Now, these memory cells can produce a lot of antibodies, and they can produce in a very fast manner these antibodies, and they just keep on producing the antibodies for a very long duration of time. So that's why the vaccinations are being given in doses, or they're given in the form of boosters. Why? Because we want to generate the secondary immune response, which is way more strong, which is for a longer duration of time, and which comes very quickly. And this is all because of the memory cells. Okay, so this is it. This is regarding vaccination. See you in the next part.